hey, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's a little self-serving there, I guess. But hey, whatever. I had to play something long enough so I could change things around. Now I'm pretty good on the fly, but hey, it is what it is. So, and if it's loud, good. That's to make sure you're all awake, and also to blow Josh's ears out. So it's what I do. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the one and only Political Shock's Hour of Rage with myself and Josh Bernstein. I'm going to pull the banner up and come back, and he's going to be here fresh from Tel Aviv, fresh from the Wailing Wall, America's favorite bald-headed Jew. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I love it.
No, look, we're tiny. We're tiny. There he is.
There he is. In all his glory.
In all your glory.
All I got to say is, let's go. Fuck China. Fuck them right in the ass, those Chinese fucks.
Well,
those commie bastards. I'm starting strong.
You're a little hostile.
A little bit. I'm always hostile.
What's wrong with you? I mean,
oh God, what isn't wrong with me, right? We have been vindicated, baby. We have been vindicated. How many years have we been talking about the theft? How many years have we shown the proof? How many years have we done video after video where we were called liars and deceivers and conspiracy theorists and, whatever, just weirdos and wackos and everything else? How many death threats did we get? How many times were people throwing shit at us at rallies? I mean, So the first thing that I want to say is that you and me and so many others, there's so many people out there that were doing the hard work when it needed to be done. We're talking 2019, 2020, and then after they stole it, right? The lead up and after they stole it, 2021, 2022, 2023, and so forth and so on. We have been fighting for this, and now the validation is right in front of our faces. The President of the United States came out and told the entire world what we have been trying to tell people for 6-7 years. And it's just an incredible evening. And he did say, a lot of people are saying, okay, great, where are the arrests? Remember, President Trump did say that he wants his Department of Justice to prosecute the people that were responsible. He said that tonight. Now, the emergency declaration, I was hoping it was going to be done tonight, but he didn't do it tonight. And I think one of the best things he did other than that was he did what Dan and I have been talking and have built our careers on, and that is activism. I can't tell you how many times during the stolen election of 2020 that instead of him doing his rallies, I was screaming at the top of my lungs to anyone that would listen, and I was pretty censored then too. And I would say, turn your crowds into activists. You got 40,000 people that can make phone calls for audits, 40,000 people that can send, emails. And then you have another when you do another rally and another one. I mean, you had millions of people at your disposal in every single one of these rallies, and you could have told your people, please get on the horn, emails, phone calls, whatever. Let's get these audits done. Again, in Arizona, we were the only ones that got an audit done. It didn't come out the way we were hoping for because it got hijacked, but we at least got it done. And imagine if he would have done what he did tonight back in 21 when they were still, trying to hide it and trying to, right before it would, we could have possibly overturned it back then is what I'm saying. So the people that heard his call tonight, please make the phone calls, make the emails, hit them up on social media, okay? I don't care what they say. We have many times in the past been able to get Congress to do things that maybe they didn't want at first because there was a loud enough voice out there. But I do agree with you, Dan, because I was listening, and you are right. The national security emergency is much stronger, number one, than the SAVE Act because it does go towards the machines as well. But number two, it's the timing. And as I said on my previous show, I said, let's just say for argument's sake, they shove the SAVE Act in the NDAA, right? National Defense Authorization Act, whatever. Every year, that's their little cream puff, right? We can spy on the people more. We can do this. We have all these new gadgets, right? This is what they do every single year. Okay, fine. You want to continue to spy on us? then at least give us election integrity. And I know the House passed it, and now it's going into the Senate. That's where the calls aren't needing to be on Congress. He should have specified and said the Senate, and Republican senators in particular. That's where the focus needs to be, on the Republican senators, all of them, every single fucking one of them. We need to hound them constantly on social media, whatever. Show up at their offices if you're there local. That's what we need to do. And look, I said I think we have the latest would be August 15th, the absolute latest. If we don't have the SAVE Act passed and on his desk by August 15th, there's going to be no other choice to secure our elections than the national security election, whatever thing. And remember, folks, it's not an executive order. This is really important to know. An executive order can be challenged by the courts. This can't. This is not challengeable. Why? Very simple. 1976, before Reagan was in office, Congress didn't want the presidents to be able to file and declare national emergencies. So they passed a law intruding on the executive branch. Well, guess what? When Reagan won his landslide, one of the first things he did was says, no way. You're not going to impede the power of the executive branch. So he brought the case to the Supreme Court and he won in 1981. So that's why I say it's not challengeable. This is why they're freaking out. That's why Los Angeles Times headline says he's setting us up for the national security on elections and all that. Look, we, the grassroots, have been pushing for this. We've been talking about this now for the longest time. And I don't want to keep talking because I want you to be able to talk as well. But the reality is that we can get this done and we can destroy the left by doing it. Alyssa Slotkin, she just literally said, one of the seditious six, she said, we'll never win another election ever again at any level, if we pass the SAVE Act. There it is, speaking the truth.
And that's the beauty of it. And as you said, it is nice to be vindicated because, again, we knew we were always right, but it was never us seeking the validation. You have your schmucks out there that do such a thing, and they love to be constantly have their nuts fluffed or whatever it may be, because you're so wonderful and mighty. No, you're just reading a script. We saw things for what they were and saw where it was going, and this is the time, this is the chance. And I think that, again, what I seen
it's
tonight,
a small window too.
Of course it is. What was done tonight was masterful. And I enjoyed it. I loved it. And again, even the first 5, 6, 7 minutes or whatever of the cheerleader Trump, I love it because that's just what he does. F you. We're the best. I love it. I don't care because it's better than that, that pedophile senile prick being propped up there, the pole shoved up his ass, telling you how, anybody who votes red is a Nazi and all other bullshit. So it's nice to see. But everything he outlined was great. And as I said, what's China going to do about it? Nothing. Well,
they're certainly not happy right now.
Of course they're not happy. I wonder
but who cares? That's why I wore my shirt, man.
Yep.
We've been trying to say for the longest time, and I won't go on a long tirade, but there is no bigger existential threat to all of the United States of America and humanity than the Chinese Communist Party. And it's just going to get worse in the AI movement. Because I showed the other day on my Substack, I showed all these crazy things with, floating cars and flying cars and factories that work 24/7 with no breaks, with all robots in the dark and don't make any mistakes. An electric car that you don't have to charge the battery. You pull up into a station and guess what? A new battery is put into the vehicle and you drive away in 20 seconds. That's the type of shit that China is working on. So that's why I say they are very, very dangerous because AI in their hands is a disaster.
It's again, it's part of this grand rollout. It's part of the grand plan. And again, to understand it, and it's hard because when I speak at a higher level because I just assume everybody's like on the same page as us. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't understand some of the stuff we're talking about, don't understand the depths of it and how entrenched it is and everything else. And I promise you, I've said this for a very long time. I'm going to do a show. Excuse me. I'm going to do a show where I actually take the time and break down, just what this all derives from, what it's about, this systematic approach, the deep state uses to, to the Trilateral Commission, to everything else. It's just people need to understand it. But what we've seen has been just this massive rollout from, and it goes back further than even 2015. It goes back to 2010. It goes back to 2002. It goes back to 1979. But we saw them really step things up into overdrive during the COVID lockdowns, right? And the great scamdemic, that's when they were putting up their 5G nest everywhere in rapid time all over the world, not just in America, all over the world. Again, as I say to everybody, you stand in front of a tower that's a 5G nest and you have full 5G bars, my phone doesn't work. It's a delivery system. It's not about cell phone service. Understand this. And this isn't some crazy man talking. It was never the design or the intent of it to do that. So they were ushering in a lot of things at one time. The AI evolving so quickly, the evolution of it. This was all done as a deceptive practice. It was all done to rope people in, to basically hoard, everybody into the sheep mentality, and to get the little naysayers, the non-mask wearers, the non-vaccinated, we have to really marginalize you because you pose a threat, because we took away your freedom of speech. We took away your right to assemble. We took away your freedom of religion. We took it all away. We put curfews on you. But again, if you're somebody like me and worked in the weed industry, you're essential. You could go out and do whatever. Makes sense, doesn't it? But I was there and saw the military blockades of the highways. You're out after curfew, bad boy. This was all done.
Tampon Timmy literally sent them out, guns a-blazing pretty much. Yes. Get back in your fucking homes. Remember that video?
Dude,
they were tyrants, man.
And that
was a scary time.
And they needed to scare people because, again,
But let me bring this up real quick because of what you just said.
Yeah.
We remember how scary the left was when they were in power. So that ought to motivate us to realize that if you don't want their own Gestapo when you walk around or do something or in your house or whatever trying to come after you, they'll be that aggressive. They'll be that aggressive against their political adversaries. Because in a communist government, there is no parties. It's either the government or you're a suspect, right? Or a subject. Yeah. That's all it is. There's no party denomination anymore. That's what the left wants. That's what the DSA is all about. We should bring back the 1954 Communist Control Act, man. We should bring that shit back, sign that thing into law. Then you get rid of the Communist Party USA all together, and you get rid of the DSA. And now they're not running for office anymore. They're committing felonies, and we're jailing them. And that's not curbing their political speech. These people are communists, and they are radical terrorists. So, again, it's a big difference between just having a different opinion, pro-life, pro-choice, spending, no spending, tax cuts, whatever. That's the normal shit that it used to be 35, 40 years ago, right? That's what they were disagreeing on. Now it's, should I cut my dick off and my tits and make it that everybody in the whole country has to acknowledge me as some freak? I mean, that's how insane they have gotten. And we need to keep our eye on the fact of that.
When people become obedient, and they were scared I remember the commercials during COVID, the little like scary music, like the boom, like it's like tension building and all this other crap that they did. It was so theatrical. It was so well done, so elaborate, but it was also at the same time kind of hilarious. And to see what they did, and again, well, we never did. We've talked about this before. We didn't mandate vaccines, no, but you let it up to the point where the Supreme Court was gonna stop you. But at the same time, again, like my best friend Bonnie, 36 years old, 3 kids, felt like she had no choice but to get the vaccine because where she lived, there weren't many jobs. She was a vet tech, so she was against it, but she had to get the vaccine. Perfectly healthy woman. 30 days later, she's dead. So again, it's like I'm a little invested in this because it does bother me because I've seen the lie. I remember walking around Times Square and going to those hospitals you see on TV while I was walking around Monday at noon and there was nobody else in sight, and going to the hospitals, everybody's out there smoking cigarettes. I'm like, where's the lines? Where's the bodies out the door? Where is it all happening? It was all a lie. It was all a shell game, but they got the obedience that they desired. And then what we had during the Biden, the illegitimate pedophile, what we had then was literally this, well, if you're a conservative or you're a Christian or what you're spiritual, what you're the enemy. And they went so far as to deploy troops on American soil with orders to kill American citizens if they storm the Capitol. What, that was day one. What more do people need to just, I don't understand. I'll never understand. What more do people need?
That's why I would always say November 3rd, 2020 was the insurrection.
Yes.
January 6th, 2021 was the cover-up. It was the Fedsurrection. And I think we all, I don't have to repeat the whole thing, but basically not one person that quote-unquote was arrested for insurrection was charged with insurrection. U.S. Code 182383. Not one, not even President Trump. Yeah. So you know that it wasn't an insurrection. And then the second one is how did the doors open? From the inside. Game over.
Well, I remember walking from the Ellipse, and I'm walking up there, and I see them, the Capitol Police, opening the barricades, telling us to go this way. It's like, oh, that's cool, right? And then I instantly knew what they were doing. So obviously, I just, like I told you, I think I told you, all the media was in one area. All the cameras focused on one area, and nothing was there. Nothing was there yet. But everybody was focused, so I started yelling at the media. What's going to happen? Huh? What do you know? And this French reporter just laughed at me. She laughed. Like they were all, I have it all on tape. I really got to play the J6 videos that magically still survived on my phones, which is kind of interesting. I have since backed them up. They're still there. There's such great videos, but again, depict a very different story, and it's, again, I remember that time when I got to the top of the stairs of the Capitol. And I didn't go in because I knew they were setting us up. It was obvious, it was not exactly something that was so far-fetched. And I told you, the BLM people, they're getting hit with rubber bullets, and then they put down their BS and they're locking arms with us singing "God Bless America." It was like this. They don't show that on TV. No. But I remember turning around and looking.
Nor the 300 plus agents that were in the crowd.
Oh yeah. But when you looked out over the sea and you saw it was well over 1 million people, there was that moment in time, and I remember saying it live on the air. I was on the phone calling into one of our own shows, and saying. Then they cut off our phone service. Of course, we weren't allowed to, And I said that this is that one moment where it felt like, even though I knew what they were doing, I knew what it was going to be, but when I looked out and I saw those BLM people locking arms with us, singing, and these people coming together, it's like, this is that moment that I have lived for. But I've said over and over, I think it was Aristotle, right? That's how governance should be. That's how this country should exist. That's how our government should live. Because when people fear their government, there's tyranny. When the government fears their people, there's liberty. I say that over and over and over again because in this republic, not democracy, that is what it should be. That's how it should be. And I thought, well, they pose a threat. We could have taken that Capitol. We could have taken it. If we really were the things that they said we were, we could have done it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. If we really wanted to do an insurrection and just go in there and just blow everybody away and stop the election, we could have done it.
Yes.
The Republicans are the ones and the conservatives are the ones, for the most part in this country, that are armed. We're the ones with all the guns. So, yeah, we could have done it, but we're not disgusting, violent leftists. And so we want to solve it peacefully with the way the Constitution tells us it's supposed to be done. But then, of course, these chicken shits knew that if we tried to solve it constitutionally, by bringing it to the House of Representatives, where every state gets one vote, doesn't matter what the size, doesn't matter the population, California and Delaware all get the same vote, one vote. And we had more Republican legislatures then there were Democrat legislatures. And so they did the quick math and they said, oh, well, guess what's going to happen? They're going to vote for President Trump and he's going to win by probably 4 or 5 votes and he'll be president. And then everything that we did to steal this election is going to go up in flames. What are we going to do? I got an idea. Oh, Peter Strzok, what's your idea? Well, we have a backup plan, and here's what it is. I'm telling you, that's how this whole thing went down. And by the way, the missing, I think it's like 3,000 text messages from Peter Strzok and Lisa Page's phones.
Yeah.
From my sources back then, there were threats of assassination on those text messages.
Of course. And I don't doubt that at all. And that's why I'm happy that Trump even went into the burn bags tonight. Because if you all, and people that think, well, this was the grand, the people mocking, the little bit that I've seen, oh, that was his grand reveal. No, that was part one. And it was masterfully done in such a way that this is the D-class people have been waiting for. These are the things, again, nobody's talking about Nancy Pelosi getting subpoenaed at the beginning of this week, are they? Why? Because you had something else. We got to change. We got to deflect. And then Trump took that away from you. And I think it was well played. It was a wonderful chess move. But people need to keep their eye on the prize here and understand that this is that D class. This is that moment that you've long been alluded to, or whatever. I can't even speak right. Maybe I do need scripts.
We've been waiting for.
Yes.
This is it.
Why do you think
we're not giving anyone false hope here.
No.
We understand Washington. We understand how it works. We understand, that we're fighting against our own party. Like, we get all that. But what we're saying is that it's leading in the direction that should make everybody happy and positive. Because remember, he did say in his speech tonight, those that were involved in this election theft need to be held accountable. And I've instructed my Department of Justice to hold them and prosecute them. What else do we need? We want the arrests tomorrow. We want them tomorrow. I do too. I get it. But look what happened tonight. He basically went up in front of the entire world and said that Joe Biden was never elected. Without saying those words, that's what he just said. He said, what you did in 2020 to 2024 and all that was illegitimate, stolen, and therefore that didn't exist. That was not a presidency. And he's called it the auto pen. And of course, there's still that going on. So he just delegitimized the entire Democrat Party, the entire left-wing apparatus, all the billions of dollars that they spent stealing the money. And then, of course, talking about China and Russia and North Korea and Venezuela. And that's the other thing. Maduro was extracted. Maduro was not killed. He was extracted. And we have everyone talking about drug boats being blown up, right? And going after the cartels and going after Central and South American cartels, and then getting these groups together in South and Central America to fight against these drug cartels. And then, of course, we had Maduro, and we were pinpointing him as running the Sun Cartel, which is one of the largest cartels in the world. So everyone's thinking cartel, cartel, cartel. We go in, we extract him, we bring him here, and the narrative stays the same. Well, he's a drug dealer, so we're going to bust him, right? But the reality is he's a witness. Yes. He was part of it. He knows exactly how the entire 2020 election was stolen. 100%. He's here and alive to be able to testify to exactly what happened in the 2020 election.
That's right.
Otherwise, they would have dropped a fucking GBU 457 bunker buster on his compound.
That's right.
Bernstein out.
And no, you're
drop.
That's right. Boom. But you're right. And that's what I've been saying forever. It's like, understand, he was taken out for a reason. Again, that thumbs up picture of him in shackles was not an AI image. All right. So, and again, well, why didn't China do anything? Why didn't Russia do anything? Why didn't Iran do anything? Because they're all allies with Venezuela. And again, it's literally the writing was on the wall. Why was that his first go-to? That was the first thing he did within the world of big militaristic moves, if you will. It was deliberate. he is giving it all up. And that's why he spoke about it tonight. And again, it goes back to 2018. 2018 with Kentucky, not just the midterms, but Kentucky was the big one. Kentucky was always the big one.
That was the test.
That
was when Russell Ramsland and Allied Security out of Texas, that was the test.
Yes.
And then they exposed it. And then from there, that was 2 weeks before the election.
Yep. And they had no choice because that, Bevins was pretty damn popular. Again, friend of the show, as I like to say. But they had to cover it up with something else. So they moved on to the next thing, kept moving, right? Russia, impeachments and blah, 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 and everything else. We had to keep going. And then let's bring on the flu. That'll get them, and it's just everybody.
They did everything they could possibly think of to cover this up.
Yes.
And honestly, it's the audacity of them. Let's think about what they did. Not only did they steal the election, which, by the way, was planned in May of that year, okay? May of that year, early in May, in hotels all around D.C. That's where it was planned, okay? The TIP group, TIP, look it up. So anyway, here's what they did. Not only did they steal the election, but then how dare you even try to undo what we just did? We're going to put you in jail. We're going to come up with a fake J6 thing, and we're going to throw you in jail for protesting the fact that we had the balls to steal an election from you, the American people. That's the fucking audacity of these people when you think about it. And then from there, all the investigations, all the indictments against President Trump, all the scare tactics, right? Remember, if they really were upset about January 6th, they would have given everybody a $500 fucking, parking ticket and said, don't do that again. But it was never about that. It was about intimidation. It was a psyops. And it was, how dare you fight against us, the government, who stole your right to vote freely in your country. How dare you come after us? And then it got worse with Twitter and the Twitter files and Facebook and all these scumbags in Silicon Valley shutting everyone down that talked about the fact that they just stole this election. Me being one of them, Dan, of course, many others out there. So, look, these people need to pay. They need to pay dearly for what has happened. And I know President Trump tonight said that they're looking for prosecution. So, God, I hope so. Remember, there's two things that are going to get you prosecutions, and only two. Florida and a criminal conspiracy. That's it. You can't charge them for election fraud. You can't charge them for abuse of power. You can't charge them for election interference. None of that. But you can charge them for a criminal conspiracy, which does not have a statute of limitations.
Yes.
And that is the key. And it's only going to get done in Florida. And there's not one, but two criminal grand jury investigations ongoing right now.
And again, go harken back to the days of Vlad the Impaler. So once they're tried, found guilty, impale their asses right there around the White House, call it the new big beautiful wall, and let that be a lesson to the rest of the world, okay? Because these people, again, I don't want to see them in Club Fed. I don't want to see them have a nice lived out life. You know what? You've committed treason.
Yes.
Clear as day. You've committed treason. And that is, yes, as somebody who owns a media company, I want to say this because I understand even though I may hate the media, I respect our freedoms. Mm-hmm. And these media companies and these media individuals that Trump spoke about as well, that were paid and knowingly went with foreign actors and towed the line with the intent of the coup d'etat, charge them as well. Take
Absolutely.
Away their licenses, charge them, and may they fall victim to a quick and swift punishment. And we all know what the punishment is. And you know what? That's, if they're guilty, and I believe a lot are, they deserve to face the repercussions of committing it. Because what they did, it's because you're a Trump cultist. No, I don't care. And this hurts to say, even if it was a Democrat that this was done to.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you, and it doesn't hurt me to say that at all, because we are free speech absolutists.
Yes.
Period. End of story.
Yes.
We will fight to the death for your right to say it. We may not agree with you, but we'll fight for your right to say it, as long as it's not, threatening and illegal. And I mean, there are certain things, fire in the movie theater, incitement to violence. You can't say, I want all the people that watch my show to go do X. You can't do shit like that, and we're not going to support you with that. But anything else that's freedom of speech, we are right there. Say whatever the fuck you want. Call anyone any name you want. Accuse anyone of whatever. If you can't prove it and they get a lawyer and sue you for defamation and libel, well, hey, that's on you, but I'm not going to stop you from saying it.
Totally agree. And as I've said, the only time when the ACLU decided to come inside and stop protesting me for a few days, it was when I defended the permits for protest in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania in 2008, that somebody wanted to hold an Obama rally, and they said you have to pay money for a permit to protest in the public square. I said, it's wrong. Do you want me to help you out? And I literally went and I filed to hold a rally. They said, no, you can't, blah, 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 blah. And the ACLU represented me, which was that was my greatest victory ever, and it was just hilarious. But again, why would you defend him? I got people on the right. Why are you doing that? It's not about that. It's because
that's why I don't want a third term for President Trump either. Mm-hmm. It's the same reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the guy,
I know.
It would be wonderful, but I don't want to open up Pandora's box. And God forbid in the future we've got some commie, and now all of a sudden you can't get rid of him in one or two. Now you got three. Fuck that.
Oh, I agree.
So as a matter of fact, cut it in half. I would like to see the presidency be a 5-year term, a 4-year term, and then you get an additional 2. That's your re-election. Not even 8. We ought to do something like that, just to limit a bad president. And if a good president's a good president, then he can win another term.
I'm just pissed off that freaking senators get 6-year terms and they can run forever. It's
crazy.
The balance
that should be
of power.
4 years. I mean, if you really think about it, you should either have 1 or 2-year terms for the House, right?
Yes.
And then from there, you should maybe have 4-year terms for the Senate. Maybe.
And
that's it. And even the Supreme Court. I mean, I would go 15 years, and then your re-election, you have to be re-elected for another 10. That way, you're going to keep a lot of great judges, and you're going to get rid of a lot of shitty ones, too.
I agree. I think that everything, it's so broken. Like I said, you want to change it real quick. I'm still Mr. Constitutional Convention, but you want to change it real quick. Say whenever Congress tells you the national median minimum or the median wage for Americans or whatever the fuck it is, however they do it, they say, well, the average median wage in America is $52,000 a year or $60,000 a year. They love to come out with these numbers. Great. That's what you're going to make as a congressman or a senator. Yeah. Watch how quickly we give an enema to the whole Congress. They don't want that. God forbid. Yep. Because again, it was designed where these were supposed to be people going and serving their country to represent their fellow countrymen and women, go do their part, and then leave. That was the intent. That was the intention. Mm-hmm. And now it's a freaking career. So
one of the things that I came up with in Preserving Liberty, not to talk about the book, but it's called platform voting. And what it would be is that when you're elected, you have to be elected based on the platform. And if you're not 80% in your voting record or higher of that platform, then you lose your right to run for another term. So when your term is up, that's it. You're done. And if we did that, what would happen is we would squeeze out the rhinos, but we would also squeeze out the moderates on their side. So you would have MAGA, America First, reformers, constitutionalists, and then you'd have crazies. And I'm willing to take that bet and battle because the good people are going to win over the crazies because there's enough of the good. So if you squeeze out the rhinos and you squeeze out the moderates and you have, I guess in some respects, 2 extreme parties or wings, we're going to win more. we're going to get things done, because those are going to be the type of people that are going to vote for these things, because if they want to continue to do their job, they have to meet a threshold. And I
love it.
I called it the Platform Voting Act.
Where was that? Where is that?
It's
Where is that?
right there in
Do the point.
Preserving Liberty.
Do the point. Do the point. Thank you.
There it is.
There you go. Shalom.
Shalom.
Anyway.
Shaloma.
So wait a minute. Now, speaking of Jews, it makes me think of. Well, let's just play the video. I know we're running on this. This has gone by so freaking fast. It's
Where are we at? Are we over an hour? No.
We're nearing the hour.
Wow.
Because you came in about 5 minutes or 6 minutes late because I talked too damn much. And so, but that's okay. Well, just a few minutes, okay?
We're good. We're good.
This video is for you.
Let's play with my Legos. First, I build the rocket.
Pathetic.
Now kiss Loomer, my little goat. Ah, you like this, don't you, Laura? Take that, Trump. Kaboom! Direct hit. We're coming for you, Sharmuta. All you guys have left is a cardboard Ayatollah and some Legos. Well, fuck your Ayatollah and fuck your shitty Legos. No! Not my diorama! I must run! It's all crumbling!
I love that.
That was awesome. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, you know
That's
me.
good. I love
find
that.
Some good things.
That's a good one.
I enjoy it. What can I say? So, you know, I like when Trump was asked the other day, "Are you going to bomb Iran again tonight?" And he said, "Let me make this simple for you. I'm going to hit them tonight. I'm going to hit them tomorrow. I'm going to hit them the next night, and then the weekend I'm going to hit them a lot harder. And then next week I may decide to end them, or I may hit them even harder, or maybe I'll end them sooner." Happy? I loved it. Yeah. That was great.
But he also said, unless they come to the table and make a deal.
He's not.
Which is fucking retarded.
It's not going to happen. Believe
better
me.
not. Better not.
Trust my whatever.
I'll trust you.
It's a long game, bro. It's
definitely a long game. That's for sure.
It has, like I said, in the end, it has very little to do with Iran and everything to do.
Well, this bloodthirsty Jew that wants to see these Iranians liberated and all these other people killed. I hope it happens quick.
I agree. And hello, Madawaska voice. Hey, Dan, keep up the good work. I don't know who you are, but thanks. I'm sorry. I haven't looked in the chat room in an hour. Here's another quick video that I just got to play. And we're going to play the clips you sent and some other big ones for Sunday night. All right. Because
we have 21 minutes, I think, or 22, something like that.
What left?
Is it? Yeah. Is that we got left?
I don't think so.
Did. No.
What time did you come on?
I don't remember.
Did you not set the timer?
I thought I did. Yeah, I think it's still going 21 minutes. But anyway.
Well, shit then. Well, forget that. Then
what do you have? I don't know what you have.
I have some stuff, but this one makes me happy, and I need to.
There's a new story that popped up. We gotta talk about. And it's one of those funny ones like last week.
Oh God, are we going to talk about Scrotox again?
No, but this is pretty rough.
Okay, hang on. I love this video, so I wanted to play this on this show while we have the big audience.
So, you want to be a grifter? Step 1, don't sell a product, sell an identity. Make people feel they're joining a movement, not buying an idea. Now they're emotionally invested. Step 2, tell them they're smarter than everyone else, that they've discovered the truth while everyone else is asleep. People rarely abandon beliefs that make them feel special. Step 3, find an enemy. The media, the government, the elites, the establishment, another political party, a secret cabal. It almost doesn't matter. A common enemy creates loyalty faster than a common purpose. Step 4, never provide enough evidence to settle the question. Provide just enough to keep people coming back for the next revelation. Mystery is renewable. proof ends the story. Step 5. When someone asks hard questions, don't ask them. Question their motives. Call them jealous, controlled opposition, a shill, or simply claim they're afraid of the truth. If people begin attacking each other instead of examining the evidence, you've won. Step 6. Keep the prediction just over the horizon. Next week, next month, soon, very soon. When it doesn't happen, move the goalposts. Repeat. Step 7. Mix undeniable facts with speculation. The facts earn trust. The speculation rides in beside them. Most people stop noticing where one ends and the other begins. And finally, Step 8. Convince your audience that doubting you means betraying themselves. Because once questioning becomes disloyalty, the grift no longer needs you. It runs itself. Congratulations. You now know how to build a grift, which also means you now know how to recognize one. Truth invites scrutiny. A grift fears it. My friends, question everything, then question everything again. We are all anonymous.
I love it. I
that
love
was
it.
good. That was good. I mean,
It's,
you know,
right?
so many times though I have been 100% right and accurate, and I don't make a prediction when it doesn't come true. It almost every single time, and if it doesn't, in that rare occasion. No, but I'm just one thing that I'm saying. I understand he's talking about people that grift and grift and grift, but I think it's important to show the true truth seekers and tellers from the grifters, and so that's what I always point out: the fact that we're always right, because we don't do that. We don't use these bombastic headlines, bombshell. They've all been arrested. You know, they're going to be hung at at midnight. Like, we don't ever do any of that shit. I have never done any of that shit ever in my entire career, but the grifters do, right? And the question everything thing, yeah, I say that all the time. I want people to be skeptics, but question everyone, including me, including Dan, including everyone. You know, I always tell people that. Go and find the truth if you don't believe it from me, because I can't afford, as censored as I am, to lose anyone in my audience. So I'm going to be accurate, with all the censorship and all that bullshit we've had to deal with. So I was going to be honest anyway, obviously, but even more so because if I wasn't, I wouldn't even have any audience at all. And that's what a lot of these grifters don't understand. That when you lie to them, they're going to figure it out. And when they figure it out, they'll never believe anything you say after that. And that's just the facts. So,
well, my response to that very eloquent breakdown is this. Obviously, it's the Jews saying it. Goddamn Jews. I'm telling you right now. I see.
What was that, Bibby? What, Bibby?
Oh, there he goes. He's talking to his comms back to freaking Tel Aviv again.
IDF on line 2? What?
Oh, shit. Don't use the beeper. Anyway.
No, yeah.
So,
who's this? Boom.
I see my favorite high-pitched bitch, Nick Fuentes, everybody's favorite homosexual Mexican who hates all foreigners. I see he's now. Listen, I've been good long enough. I seen him fagging it up with Joe Biden's son, the fucking crackhead scumbag piece of shit. And these two are probably sucking each other's dicks and, doing what they do. And now they're going to have themselves potentially a fight.
Let's do it.
This is the new
right
thing.
In front of the fucking UFC. Right,
yes.
Or in front of the White House.
In front of the White House. That would be the best way. But they're literally talking about having a fight now. This is like the new thing, like these freaktards in the woke Reich movement, because they have nothing, because they're wrong with everything. They have nothing else to do with each other. So now they're beating each other up on camera for clicks. So,
what's he gonna do? Bite his nuts? I mean, he's the guy's a midget. I mean, seriously, he could probably use that thing and strangle him. It's going to be a quick fight. So Nick better think twice.
Listen, he can suck him off while standing straight up. I mean, that's impressive.
He probably
could. Your favorite, your favorite fencer. Oh God, dude. But like, this is like the new trend now. Like, they're all fighting each other. Pretty soon to be.
It's amazing.
I'll challenge Owen Shroyer to a boxing match. I mean, dude, I was going through X, hating life for a moment. I was going, not really. I'm happy, but I was going through X and I saw a clip of Alex Jones live, and of course, the first thing I see is he has his shirt off and he's talking into a microphone. I'm like, what is with you people?
Put your shirt on, dude.
Right? Yeah, put your shirt back on. All right.
Fuck. It's like a gorilla.
Like, it's just like, I'm telling you right now, Sneeko. I'm like, what the hell is a Sneeko? Oh, you don't know Sneeko? He's the Muslim guy who said that New York is what. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what a Sneeko is. Please accept my apologies. What is wrong with these retards? My God.
Man.
I mean, this is the internal enemy, right? These are the ones. These are the real America First crowd.
These are the dipshits that want to start another party, right? Didn't Tucker say he was going to start another party?
Yeah, fucker Carlson and Marjorie Slutmore Green and all of them and Massey. Dilly Meme Team made a video the other day. It of course went there, and it had.
Do you have it?
I don't. I thought I sent it to myself. I'm gonna look for it again.
Oh man, I want to see that one.
It had him doing things, and then it had like the spirit of his wife over him. Like, oh my God, it was just. Oh my God.
Oh man,
it was so bad, but it was so great. And shout out to the Dilly Meme Team for sitting in the Oval Office today with the president. So I mean, good for you. But again, POTUS, hello, we're here.
Really
we could do live from the White House. We could make that happen. I'm just saying.
I'd do it.
But all right. So what's this news story? Is it something that I get to dramatically read?
Oh my God, yeah. You want to read it? I'll let you read it. So go to Gateway.
Oh, Gateway Pundit. Okay. Hang on.
Go to Gateway.
Hang on.
This is absolutely nuts. So scroll down about 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one, you'll notice it almost immediately. It says, meet Ashley Webb.
Hold on.
And while you're reading it, maybe you want to download the video in real time.
Wait,
I was going to send it to you. Just scroll down a little bit. It says, meet Ashley Webb.
I'm looking.
You're on Gateway Pundit, right?
GatewayPundit.com, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you see the Michigan SOS, right? Secretary of State.
Let me go back up to the top. Hey, hang on.
Yeah, you need to be on the front page.
I must have missed it.
Okay.
All right. So I have watch President Trump plays Bear Massive GBI, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, a little bit down more. Not much, though. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Beautiful. Oh, it's the beauty queen right here. Hang on. Oh, I'm going to love this one.
Now, wait a minute. This is one person that's running to replace Graham Plattner in fucking Maine. What the hell is going on in Maine? Holy shit. What is going on with your state?
Dude,
Jesus.
Hey,
this looks like fucking meatloaf in drag. Okay? That's what this fucking thing looks like.
We got to go full screen on this one. Hang on.
It's meatloaf in drag. Let me sleep on it, baby.
Let me sleep on it. All right. Wait a minute.
I'll sit on your face in the morning and probably kill you.
All right. Wait.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you this is going to be another one to, if we're wrapping up, this is going to be one that we're going to have some fun with.
Okay. Here we go.
Cow.
Dramatic reading time.
Okay.
Meet Ashley Webb, one of the Democrats running to replace Graham Plattner as the Senate candidate in Maine. Of course it's in Maine. This one looks like a potato with a wig. A collection of Democrat candidates who are running to replace Graham Plattner as the party's U.S. Senate candidate in Maine held a debate on Thursday night, which aired on News Center Maine. Ooh. One of the candidates is Ashley Webb, who was asked at one point about qualifications to run for a Senate seat. Webb responded by talking about writing music and books. Then this person added a point about not lying or deceiving anyone. This is real. Watch. Oh, God.
Ashley Webb, what qualifications do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books. And then expose my transparency. I wouldn't lie to the people, and I wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now. Like,
oh my God.
There's another one too.
I'm
I don't know
going
what the
there.
hell this thing is.
And then with the trans community, like we're being dehumanized. They say that we want to hurt people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to use the bathroom.
Oh
And
God, I don't want to do that.
If they want me to use the men's room, I will, but I don't want to be assaulted.
Assaulted?
Oh,
No one would touch you. Meatloaf in drag. It reminds me of Dom DeLuise in that movie when he gets caught eating the extra donuts and he has that look on his face. That's what this thing reminds me of. Holy shit. So your qualifications are that you like music? You fucking retard. Wow.
Wow.
I know.
My campaign, Ashley Webb, Take No Prisoners, is run the way I've run every fight in my life, independently, transparently, and without waiting for permission from people who've never had to navigate the systems I have. I serve as both candidate and treasurer of my own committee because I believe accountability starts at home. Yeah, well, me too. Grassroots movements don't survive on enthusiasm alone. They survive when the people leading them keep listening after the excitement of a launch fades. That's my commitment. I will keep showing up in Farmington, in Skowhegan, in every town that federal infrastructure investment has bypassed for decades. Oh yeah, you're gonna go to Madawaska, douchebag? Oh, sorry. I will keep pushing for a healthcare system that treats patients as partners in their own care instead of obstacles to a 15-minute visit. I will keep the same relentless, detail-driven approach I've used for years, fighting for my own medical records and accountability, and apply it to fighting for every Mainer the system has failed. As an openly trans and intersex woman, you have a dick. I know what it means.
It should say that in the article.
Right? It really should. Like, Jesus, it's actually insulting to the trans that at least actually try to look like a woman. As an openly trans and intersex woman, another thing. I know what it means to be told to wait, to be quieter, to let someone else speak for you. You do? I won't do that in this campaign, and I won't do it in the Senate. No Mainer, rural or urban, Democrat, Republican, or unenrolled, should have to fight this hard just to be heard by the people meant to represent them. Wow. I mean,
shit,
there's
man.
your listen. At this point, and this is why they're doing it, you are going to
Ashley
be
Webb, what
begging for
qualifications
Janet
do you
Miller.
have to
Look
serve
at
in the
this.
U.S. Senate?
Look at
I
this.
ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books. And then I suppose my
Shoot this
transparency.
fuck now.
I wouldn't lie to the people, and I wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now.
People
Like
right now, you dumb bastard.
Holy fuck,
Like,
man.
oh my God. Like,
I'm telling you, it's Meatloaf in drag.
dude.
Oh my goodness. No
I
qualifications.
don't want
Nothing.
You. I don't need you.
I'll do anything for love, but I fucking would never do that.
There ain't no other way.
I'll cut my own dick off before I went near that fucking thing.
Oh my God, dude. Like, you know what?
Holy shit, man.
Listen. Is the Madawaska voice still in the chat? I'm sorry. You deserve this. I mean, like, and I hate to say that because, damn it, I actually care. But when you have something like this, wait for it. Because your favorite troglodyte troll hermit bitch, Janet Mills, will return, and they'll say, well, she is the other one that got the vote, so maybe she's the best choice. I'm telling you. Or
Yeah, they're going to pull a Kamala Harris.
Or they're doing
what they're
this
gonna
to
do.
put somebody even worse. That makes Plattner look like God. I miss Plattner.
Well,
And-
this fucking cretin is running, so
I
that's
mean-
pretty bad. I don't know, would you want that thing or a nipple Nazi? It's pretty. That's a toss-up. Jeez.
And you know,
Oh my God, Maine, please put Susan Collins back in if that's what you have to do. Because I mean, everyone should be voting for Dan, but
Thank
with all the
you.
censorship, we know
Thank
that's
you.
not gonna happen, unfortunately. But
vote for Dan.
Susan
anyway.
Collins, Susan Collins needs to fucking win that seat.
That's
Holy
right.
shit.
Listen, I
crazy.
will be more present in Maine than Susan Collins is, and I now live in Ohio. All right, so
Yeah, exactly.
but I'm still a property owner in Maine, and I still pay taxes in Maine. And damn it, you need me. My
There you
God,
go.
dude, that's just. I mean, it's not as good as the Scrotox read along. I mean, Scrotox is something that I really want to dig into. As a matter of fact, I'm asking you to go and try to find something on Scrotox because I feel shortchanged. I feel
You
like
do. So the story wasn't enough.
No.
You actually now want to see video.
I
How
no,
much
I
more
don't
time
want to
do
see the
we have?
video. Wait,
So-
wait, How much
Why
more
don't you
time
find a
we have?
Scrotox video real quick?
Scrotox.
Fuck it, throw it in there.
Scrotox before and after. Oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
No.
I always hope it's not graphic. You're the one that wants to see it, not me.
I don't want to see it, but I think we.
Dan felt gypped so much that he wants to see some balls.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait.
Come on, there's got to here. Fuck it, I'll look it up.
Wait a minute.
There's got to be one.
God. Wait. Oh God. This is 21 minutes, so we can't do this one. But damn it. Oh, this is great.
There's got to be something.
There's got to be something short. Hold
Scro-
on.
here.
What's this?
Scrotox shorts.
Wait. Hold on. Add to stage. There we go. Let's see this one.
Scrotox shorts.
I got Scrotox in my balls. Full Scrotox.
Scrotox for
before and
men.
after.
Here's one from by
into my
Victor.
nut sex.
You were born for this one.
We're coming back strong, Bobby.
If only your balls were perfectly round, imagine what you could do with your life.
Oh. It's I fucking kill these people. Listen,
Wait, where's the rest of it?
it's 21 minutes.
Oh shit!
Do we want to wait?
There's
Permanent ones. Yeah.
Life.
So, Christine, have you noticed any problem with his package?
No,
You think he's just an experimental dude?
I think he's experimental.
I like saying yes to things in life. If you only say no to things, you won't experience life to its fullest and you're never gonna learn.
I don't even get my own interview.
I literally met the guy 30 minutes. My bro reacted. I like the numbing cream part better.
I can't.
Hey, you're the one that said you felt
Dude, I
cheap.
know, but this is just like, what the fuck?
Oh man, you'll have to spend some time, find one that's funny but not disgusting and graphic, and maybe play it for Sunday.
Like, honest to God, man.
Ball maxing. That's what it's all about.
Bromax or whatever. Oh my God, man. I really feel like we have to do our first official Rage of Aquarius / Hour of Rage deep dive investigation into the hysteria surrounding Scrotox.
All right, we can do it.
That's what I'm oh God, man.
That'd be a really weird hour.
What? Just talking about Scrotox? What's wrong with that,
Yeah.
buddy? Let's take a visit from your favorite senator. I mean, honestly, we need to come down here. Hang on. We
Oh, this is good.
wait a minute. He's okay. Oh my God, dude. Oh man.
We didn't have these things when we were kids. You couldn't just be like, go to the computer and be like, hey, you know that fucking old senator that looks like a turtle? Yeah, turn him into Michael Jackson in a fucking hospital gown dancing to Thriller. Like, we couldn't do shit like that.
Why not, dude? Why not?
Because we didn't have the technology. Now you can.
Now you can make it all
It's
reality.
amazing. It's just crazy.
Like I just I have no words. Anyway, like, I'm a little miffed. Oh, that's it. Destructor's here, and he wasn't here earlier in the chat room. Okay, so it's time for a serious question. Can Canadians do anything right? And I walk outside my door, and I, like 14 other states, totally normal, are entrenched in smoke from Canada. On fire. It smells like commies, desperation, maple, moose, and maple leaves. And I have you seen it? Have you seen what is, I know it's like they're fading the sun and the actual shit behind what they do. Like, listen, it was literally in the white pages. It was declassified. Biden was a part of it. The magical smoke. I've said this earlier in the show, but it doesn't, does this make sense to you? So a couple of years ago, we had fires in Western Canada, right? Way above Washington State. And the smoke, of course, traveled all across Canada, went into Maine, bypassed Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, but went into New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia. Magic is amazing how the smoke can just do these wonderful things. Yes. But towns next to the fire have no smoke. So does any of this like ring a little strange to you? Look, genius one.
Many years ago, if you would have asked me about weather manipulation and things like that, I would have thought you were crazy. Yep. But there's actually a company in California. It's called Make Sunsets, makesunsets.com. You can look it up right now because it's still a company out there. And they literally advertise shooting carbon dioxide into the atmosphere to change the weather. It's literally on their website. So it's not a myth. It's not a theory. They are manipulating the weather. And amateurs are doing it. Not that anyone should do it, but the people that are doing it don't know what the hell they're doing. And they could be causing serious, serious problems. Changing of, the sun and rotations being off, which could then lead to more natural disasters. We need to be banning any person, organization, company, government, whatever, that is manipulating the weather, creating seed clouds and all this other crazy shit that they're doing. It's going to kill us all if it's allowed to continue. And like I said, makesunsets.com. And that's just one. There's probably by now, because that was in 2021 or 2022 when I exposed that, I would say now there's at least 10, 15, maybe 20. I don't know. Put a Google search. Let me know how many there are.
And again, like literally, my friend, not Destructor in the chat, but Destructor, right? He's a good dude. Lives in Canada. And even he says the government's behind it. It makes no sense. My answer is the government is behind it. Of course. And I honestly think it magically came. I heard nothing about fires in Canada. Maybe, and I don't obsess over social media, but we have to stay a little bit in touch with what's going on, right? So I do my skim, I get sick, and I do my thing. I heard nothing about fires in Canada, but magically, ahead of President Trump's announcement he's going to address the nation tonight, poof, we have a fire. And the skyline of Cleveland, you couldn't even see it today from across the water. All day today, it's been literally, this is the thickest. I lived in Maine. This is the thickest I've ever smelt it. It literally, you feel like your yard's on fire. Yes, Canada's 52 miles away across the lake. It's like wherever I go, Canada haunts me. It's like they keep trying to, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. But, Tim Hortons, I'm coming for you. Bonjour. Anyway, but literally, it's like all of a sudden we have advisories, everyone, air quality alert. I think this is another way of them attacking. And again, it's not conspiratorial anymore to say this. It doesn't sound insane. They're doing anything in their power to try to make us sick, make blah, 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 blah. But also, this is another form of an attack, a counterattack, or a preemptive strike, if you will, in a different way because of what Trump is doing.
Yep.
And
absolutely true.
I don't feel crazy saying that. I'm sorry, because we've been shown this time and time and time again of what they can do, what they're willing to do, and would it surprise anybody at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
It's sick, dude.
Yeah, I know we're kind of up against it. We're probably even over by now.
Probably.
But two things. We need to boycott United Airlines, okay?
Yes.
Because United Airlines has come out and said anyone that doesn't want to travel to Donald J. Trump International Airport, which used to be the Palm Beach Airport, it's now that. Instead, they said that they will allow, free of charge, no upcharge, they're not going to surcharge them, nothing, free of charge, to fly instead into Miami if they don't want to be in the Donald J. Trump International Airport. You want to talk about fucking TDS? Holy shit, they can't even fly into an airport? Not only should United Airlines be boycotted, but they should be charging a surcharge to any dipshit that tells them to fly me into a different airport. I mean, I don't understand, from a capitalist standpoint, why they didn't want to immediately jump on this to make money on these dumb fucks. But they're not. They're being soft. They're being woke. They're being, what do they, it's okay. We don't want to hurt your feelings flying into an airport with a certain name. So we'll let you fly in somewhere else. That's the type of stupid shit that is killing this country. And every single person ought to be boycotting that company, United Airlines, for doing it. I hope and pray no other airlines do that either.
And let's pray that the Trump organization gets the Trump Presidential Library, which is going to be a giant skyscraper right in Miami, up very, very quickly. So then you're stuck with Tampa or you're stuck with Orlando. And either way, you have a hell of a drive ahead of you.
Exactly.
So, PBI was my favorite airport in all of Florida. And now I can't wait to go back just to say I'm flying to DJT. In Scranton, Pennsylvania, we all would stop and we all salute. I'd have to drive on the Scranton Cultural Expressway. No, the Joe Biden Expressway. And we'd all salute it with the middle finger. Florida, you lucked out. All right. Pennsylvania has Biden. You got the Trumpster. Freaking men. And United Airlines, kiss my ass in hell. Your first class sucks. Your service sucks. Your food sucks. And quite frankly, you're overpriced and you're just not worth it. And the only thing you're good at is being late. So screw you.
There you go. Give him that. Give him hell. And everybody should boycott. No more United Airlines. Fuck them. You want to do that? Boom. There it is.
It's amazing to me. You know, it's
crazy.
Amazing. Whatever, dude. So I mean, it went so quick, man.
I know.
I thought
and ABC. One more thing, and ABC and NBC, or ABC and NBC, I think it was. They ought to have their license pulled tomorrow morning. Okay, tomorrow morning, Brendan Carr, pull their fucking license.
Agreed.
For not doing this speech. Anyway,
absolutely agree. You know, and the president's addressing the nation. Well, you by rights, you're supposed to show it, but no, your bias gets in the way. Oh, that's cute. Take it away. Send the message. You know, send the freaking message. End these bastards.
Take it.
Propagandist, but propagandist, whatever. Anyway, dude, I again, this was
Here
fun.
We are.
Right?
Oh, it's blast.
It's a great night. It was a great night all around, you know. So in the meantime, people, in case you missed it before,
boom.
There it is. There it is.
Nice.
Get the book. The link is in the description.
JVUShow.substack.com. And remember, go to Rage Exchange on Etsy as well. Cool t-shirts, all kinds of crazy shit. We got new designs out right now that she's putting up, I think, tonight. So check it out, Rage Exchange on Etsy. And then again, if you want a copy of the book, Preserving Liberty, I talked a little bit about one of the things in it tonight, right? Which was the Platform Voting Act that I created. So, but there's a lot more of those types of goodies throughout the entire book. You can get it on Amazon or join the Substack. As a paid member, you get a PDF copy of it. God bless.
Damn straight. Perfectly done. So thank you, my brother. And of course, I will see you on Sunday night for the Rage of Aquarius. And
absolutely.
And we will have fun as we always do. And again, remember, end of September, you're going to get us two in person. It's happening. It's done. So get ready, world. So there you go.
That's going to be fun, dude. That's going to be a fucking blast.
Do I get to go to Tel Aviv with you after we?
Can. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We'll jump on Bibi's private jet.
Supersonic? Yeah, just get there quick. Yeah, cut the time.
It's called the Netanyahu Express.
The BB Express.
We'll have crepe lock. We'll have crepe lock and matzo ball soup on board. It'll be very nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
We'll read the Torah from left to right.
Yes. It'll
be fun.
But of course, the yarmulkes don't fit my head though. It's too damn big. Just fair
warning.
Well,
they fit mine, so we'll put it on, and then we'll put a little propeller on it and a little Velcro. You'll be all right.
I like it. It'll
stay on.
Sounds great. All right, brother.
Take care.
Thank you. Have a good night, bro. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, everybody.
Goodbye.
Rage of Aquarius with your hosts Dan Smeriglio and Josh Bernstein every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Voice of the People USA Radio and Television Network. Download our apps on Android and Apple to never miss a show. Watch at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Roku TV, Fire TV, and Android TV, or visit VOPUSARadio.com.
Coffee, gold, silver, supplements? Oh yeah.